Hello. Go ahead and build from things we last did earlier today in the last stream. Go ahead and put it on the server so we can check it out. Remember, we made a few changes after the last time we tried it out on the server. So yeah. Okay. Alright. So let's see, we got our Omni tool, we've got our mine wand, which we still need to fix character encoding. That's fine. So, there we go. No longer breaks the block that we select position 1 on. And up here, that's position 2 there. Okay. So we could do fill region, remember a test command. And okay, so it doesn't suggest the blocks to type properly. So let's just put in, whatever. Oh, there it is. There we go. I'm gonna have to make it so that you don't have to type in caps. Let's go ahead and fix that. Alright. Just two uppercase and then got two uppercase right there. Okay, there we go. Alright, I should fix that, and then is it always going to suggest the wait, is it always going to suggest the box to put in, or looks like it. Alright, acacia button. Oh boy. Interesting. See, obviously that's can't filter out every block. That wouldn't work really. And obviously there's light. And that doesn't do anything really. Do barrier. Alright. Notice there's like legacy stuff there. It works just fine though. You can, yep. You can do saplings. No way you would though. But we're just gonna leave that in. Guess we're not. Right. Stone, coal ore, 75, iron ore, 50, wood ore, 25, gold block, 50, iron block, 25, gold block, 10, right, there you go. Let's make a proper mine there. But again, we have to add our functionality in so we can actually mine these fake blocks here. Because otherwise they just disappear and they don't actually let you mine them when you're in survival mode. They'll just reappear. So yeah. Go ahead and just switch back to IntelliJ. Interesting. I'm not sure where that's from, but okay. So yeah, we have our mines and our army tool. We have to go in here and do like some packet listeners, which I'm not sure how to do right now, so I'm gonna have to Google. All right. Well, that doesn't make much sense. Okay, well that one. Oh, there's a post from today. Unfortunately, nobody has responded to them. Packet listener. I don't want to use the library to listen to packets, but Okay. Right, so here's a resource from 2020. So they're using channels and stuff. Right. Hmm. Yeah. Your packet event. It's packet event. Weird. This class isn't extending event or anything. All it does is implement cancel. Okay. This might take a little bit to look into, but yeah, part of the process. Hmm. Wish there was like not just code showing you it, but like something to explain it. Okay, well here's this, right? Here's a resource. General introduction of packets in NMS on Spigot. Alright, yep. I already know about NMS and stuff. I already know about that. Is this not finished or something? I don't even know. So my question is to how to listen to packets, right? And I know you can do this with protocol lib or packet events, but I really don't want to, I want to be able to not have to depend on those plugins. Okay, here's another one. Advanced Minecraft NMS Packet Tutorial from 2021. Getting entity player, right? Getting player connection to send a packet. Yep, know how to do that. I know how to send them. Don't need to send messages to them. There we go. Creating a packet listener with NMS. If you want to listen for packets sent from the server to the client then you can create a class called packet listener and provide the following code in it. So, right, remove player, channel, right. So this is removing the player from the channel pipeline, and then you have a method to inject player, and it uses a channel duplex handler. Alright, you set the player to event and player leave event. Yep. Okay. Right. Yep. Right, okay. So we need to make a pipeline of sorts, right? So, okay, here's what I'm thinking. We go into yeah, I think we'll have an abstract class here for the listener, right? Do I want it to be in the NMS package, or do I want it to be in a packets package? Let's just do it in a packets package, right? Or maybe just put packets in NMS. You know, why not? It's still going to be dealing with NMS. So we'll do abstract packet listener, or you know what? We'll do packet. Abstract packet handling. Alright, we'll just name it this for now, and then we can figure out on a different name for it later. So first off, we have inject, the inject method, and then the remove method. So this will be private or public void. Just move my mic back a little bit. There we go. Inject. Okay, wait, do I want to say void add or inject? Oh, welcome back. Glad to see you here. Do player, and then remove player. Have you seen? You weren't here earlier stream, right? I don't think you heard, right? Right. Yeah, so I could show you the progress we made earlier. I'll show you through in-game since it's easier that way. Let me just build our current thing going on here. Your server up. Yeah, it's no problem. I mean, you can't rewind this stream anyways. I mean, you could check out the last stream, but again, yeah, no problem. I actually used it earlier today, for what I'm about to show you. So, okay, here you go. So earlier today, we made our own mine wand, and again, I had to fix the encoding so that the bullet point can show up. Since it's not from a file, it's hard-coded in to fix that. Yeah, so we made a mine wand, and that allows us to, yeah. So we set our 2 positions right there, and then I made a temporary command to test out our fake blocks, right? Fill region, and then all I have to do is type in like stone. I could do iron ore. Let's do it at 50% weight. Coal ore 75 weight. And if I don't provide a weight, then it's just 100. And we can say gold ore at 25, right? And there we go. We have our mine here. Not finished. We have to add functionality for these fake blocks here, which is what I'm working on now. No, I made it so if you don't provide a weight in the command, it just defaults to 100. So yeah, these are our fake blocks. Obviously, we have to make it so when you right-click them, they don't disappear. And when you're in survival, you can't actually mine them yet, right? And yeah, as you see, can't mine them yet. We have to make packet listeners for. Yeah. And our pickaxe won't, or our Omni tool won't change back to a pickaxe. Oh, it will. Never mind. So I guess that does work. But you can't mine them, and if you right click them, they disappear, which is what we're gonna fix next. But yeah. Yeah, so I think you were here when we were making the NMS stuff for it. I think it was last night. But we have our NMS common stuff. We have our weighted list, block position, block material. No problem. And we made abstract region, which has caveat locations and gate locations, right? We have shapes. We made 5 different shapes last night. Yo, what's up? So we made 5 different shapes last night. We have a cone, cuboid region, cylinder, pyramid, and sphere, right? And they're all basically the same except for some of them have different parameters or members, and they are calculated differently, as you can see. Technically we don't need all these different shapes, but for later it could be good for like enchants, you know, if you want to have an enchant that just destroys the mine and it doesn't just make a cuboid explosion or something. You could do a spear or like a drill that just like a cone shape downward. And then we did yeah, and then to spawn in the fake blocks, we have the fake block handler here, which we have set block, we have fill region, and then the method down here we're using with the weighted list of block materials. It has a map of block position and block data, and then you have you call the get location from the region, from any region shape, and then for each location you are getting the material from the weighted list, and then you are first off you're checking if it's null because it can be, and then if it is null you're setting it to stone. Otherwise, you're getting the material from, you know, this next call here. And then you are creating the block data from the material, and you're putting it in the map for that location, and then the block data there. And then once the map is filled with all the different blocks for each location, you see one call, block player.send multi-block change with the map. And this is an API method right here. You don't actually need NMS for this one method. But yeah, so I don't think any of this is actually NMS, but it's in our NMS class. Anyways, up here, set block does use a little bit of NMS, but I don't think block data is actually an NMS thing. But either way, this is actually, I think it's a new method for like 1.20 plus, I believe. So before 1.20, could be mistaken, before 1.20 you would have had to use NMS for this. And yeah, and what's good about it is I don't think we need to like update lighting or anything. Like I think the lighting updates as well, so that's good. But yeah, now we are working on a way to listen to packets. Yeah, the API method basically does that for you. This API method basically does it for you. Send multiple block changes. This fakes a multi-block change packet for each chunk section that a block change occurs. This will not actually change the world in any way. Yeah. So that method sends the packets for you. And before that method existed, you had to use NMS to send the packet. And yeah, right now we're making a way to listen to packets, because when we interact with these fake blocks, the server doesn't know that these blocks are here, so there's no packet exchange going on. Yeah, pretty much. And to do that, we have to, as far as I understand, we have to use this method here, or these methods here, and we have to make a listener. So whenever the player joins, we have to add them to a channel, and then when they quit, we have to remove them from the channel. That's from what I understand. So let's do our abstract NMS handler here. Let's make a method to get our abstract packet listener. And then we'll put that in here. I'm not sure. I don't know how clients work and all that, but I don't think there really is much other way exactly to do fake blocks. So, I mean, if there is, I'll have to see. I don't know, I can't test anyways because I don't have a hacked client. And I don't really intend to get one either. Maybe, I have no idea. So we need to make a... Let's move this out for the sake of simplicity, right? And our methods there. Let's see them. There we go. And now we have to make our channel and everything. So the way this forum I'm looking at does it, they have right. Alright. So we need a channel duplex handler. Alright. Duplex handler. Channel duplex handler. And this will do this. Click void. Channel read. This is channel handler context. Object packet, right? And then also override would channel right. Is that right? Oh, it's not channel right, it's just right. I think. Maybe they changed it. Disconnect, close, right, read, right. And also read, right. Channel read. So what's wrong with right? Oh, I think it's just that it has another parameter. So we need a right context packet and then a channel promise. Which is interesting. Okay. Alright. So I think this is just where we make our thing or whatever. Bucket, get console, send message. No, we don't need this. Okay, what is this for? Channel read, right? Okay, so this is to read the packet. Server stop, super channel read, context packet, right? So this is to still do the yeah, this is just to do the super method. And then we just write our code before that here. And then write right. And this also I think has There you go. Okay, so this is the basic stuff, and then we have to make the remove method here. I don't actually think we need this, right? Just that. Oh, actually, we do need that because there's more code to do. Channel pipeline, right? This equals graph player, get handle, connection, actually player, no, not player connection. I think it's just connection, network. This is the only connection, right? Server game packet listen. Right. Get handle, player connection, network manager, channel pipeline. So obviously this has changed. Connection. And then channel? Nope. Right. How to get network manager? Right, because that's what we need. Server player. There's a lot of different connections in here. Right, so there's connection. Is there network? Right, lots of networks in the imports here. Hello. Welcome back. Right now I am trying to look through and listen for packets, but let me run the server again and I can show you. It's 3 days ago. Okay. Okay. So our Omni tool, got that working. Go back over here. And this would be, we got our pickaxe, got our shovel, we got, switch back to pickaxe, shovel, we got an axe, and we have our mine wand, which we worked on earlier today. And we also did some fake block stuff, right? So we can go and select 2 corners. And then I made a temporary command to add different blocks, right? We can add stone. I think it is, oh, there you go. This is lagging a little bit. Yeah, stone. Yeah, the server is a little behind, I think. We'll have to look into that. So yeah, stone, we can add, let's say, we can add 75% coal ore, so it's more stone than coal. We're gonna add iron ore at 50, so there's less iron. And then gold ore at 25, right? Diamond ore 1, so every now and then you get a diamond ore. Yep. Yeah. And yeah, and they're all fake blocks right now. So they're not actually there, right? I'm just right clicking and they disappear. So right now we're trying to work on the packet listener to prevent this and then allow you to mine them in survival mode. Because right now you can't. But the Omni tool still changes depending on what you click, even though it's a fake block. So that's already good to go. So yeah. And okay. So there's something wrong, I think, with our okay, you know what? I think the problem is that we are suggesting in our command, we're trying to suggest which block you can enter in. And I think we need to remove that because I don't think it's working. I think that that suggest with all the different blocks was causing lag. So no reason to keep it. Okay. Right. So I need to find, I'm following some code to help me out here. And it looks like what they were using is no longer a thing. So I need to find an alternative or something. What they have is like .player connection, which isn't a thing, obviously. I'm not sure how to get the what I need here. Because right now what I'm looking at is .player connection .network manager .channel .pipeline. So I either need to figure out how to get the network manager, which I can't get from the handle, or the connection. But I can get... Oh, okay, wait, maybe that works. Maybe it's... So this is server player. And this is... I can't see. Common packet listener input. Okay, well maybe... I guess this just works. First connection is a server player. Second connection from there is a server common packet listener implementation. And then we have the channel, and we have the pipeline from that channel. So I think that will work. And then we need to add, we can say pipeline.add before. We need to say Astra I guess handler, we'll do that. Player, get name, apparently. And then the channel, we need to get the duplex handler right here. Channel, duplex handler. Like that. Okay, and then I believe let me keep reading here. Right. Okay, so I think right here we are reading packets being sent to the server. So we're gonna do some debugging and just print out the packet like they're doing in the example. Which we can't because we don't have access to we don't have access to our Astra log class, so we're just gonna have to do this, right? Reading packet, and then they have packet.toString. So we'll do that, and then we'll say sending packet. Okay. And then we have to remove the player from the pipeline when they quit the server. Welcome back. Yeah, to remove it, we just get the channel again from here, right? Craft player, get handle, connection, channel, right? So channel, there we go. And then we do channel event loop dot submit. We have a runnable here. And then they remove it from channel pipeline, remove player to get name, and then it returns null. Interesting. Alright, no worries, man. Yeah, thank you. Does it have... Yeah, thank you. Yeah, keep working away. We have to close this or what? It's with auto closable. Use that try with your resource net. That is, literally not doing anything. So what if I just say try, and then, okay, first off, future object equals new submit. Is that what it wants? No. I'm not sure what it wants. Alright, I'm just gonna ignore it like they did in their example there. Alright, so that'll remove them from the specific channel. And now we need to add this into our, add a method for this, right? Or a listener. And say we'll not call it that listener. Packet registration listener. Sure. Event handler public void on join. We're joining event. So we need to get our what is it? Abstract packet listener. And we'll rename this packet listener. Packet listener equals NMS factory get packet listener, right? So packet listener dot inject player event dot get player. Handler public void on quit player quit event and packet listener dot remove get player. Okay. And now we have to register this. We could say actually private final. There we go. We have to register this. Actually, we can put this below our command registration and say new packet registration listener. There's for each bucket get bucket manager register events listener this. Okay, there we go. We have our commands and our listeners being registered there. So now we're going to test this out. And we're going to see what packets are being read and sent when we interact with the fake blocks. You know what we could do? Instead of sending it to the console, we'll just send it to ourselves, the player. So that way at least we'll be able to see what we're doing. At least you guys will be able to see, I mean. Okay. Run that. All right. Let's see. Do we have any packets being sent? Doesn't look like it. No such element exception. Okay. Alright, so we have a problem with I think our channel name. Yeah. You no such element. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. So the problem is this line here saying no such element except if there's no such entry with specified base name. So it's saying this doesn't exist, which is interesting. Maybe the existing handler, right? So how do we? Maybe it is. Name is Astra. Hello, welcome to the stream. We are looking at a work in progress Minecraft plugin, Prison Core. Yeah. Right now I'm trying to fix an error with this line right here. Just throwing a no such element exception because this doesn't exist, but now I'm looking into what I should put there instead. Okay, there's many examples of what I'm trying to do. maybe that is wrong. Wait, enable the handler to insert before. So what if I tried packet underscore handler and then Astra dash underscore plus player name. I don't know, maybe we can try that. Okay. Just gonna do all that. Okay. Go ahead and test this. Right, well that channel is closed, so can't even join the server when I'm trying to eject into that one, so can't do that one. Alright, alright, yeah, I gotta figure out what exactly we're supposed to put for the base name, because that was what was causing the issue. Okay, right, so they do packet handler and then they do the plugin name underscore player name for the second argument. But again, didn't let me do that for the packet handler. I feel like I've done this before as well, but I just don't remember. Well, let's check out Cody Simpson video. And again, you guys can't see it, but we're just gonna skim through. Yeah, just gonna skim through to check what I remember, because I'm pretty sure I've done it before from the same video. Right, Cody Simpson enemies. Okay, well, this is just protocol lib. I don't want to listen with protocol lib. Alright. I could, but I really would rather not. So, okay, I don't think that's gonna help. Packet, channel listener, let's see what this one does. You can save their own channel listener that extends channel duplex handler. And, right, A, B, C, right? So, what do they do with that then? Because we need that to add to this pipeline, the duplex handler. Channel name, okay, right, so it's a channel name. Right, get channel pipeline, add before packet handler, and the channel name, which is a plugin, okay. So what do I do? Packet handler, and then let me just put Astra, right? So their channel name is just packet here. in lowercase. What they're doing is they're making a class for to store all the specific player stuff. They're doing it like per player, but it's still. Okay, what is Git channel? Okay, Git channel gets the channel, and the channel is just named channel. Okay, I think, right, okay, they're just the channel is just the field, which we already have. So I'm just gonna try this. It looks to be the same, right? Packet handler, and then the plugin name all lowercase. Maybe it wasn't working because my name wasn't all lowercase. So let's just try it with the plugin name, lowercase. A lot of packet stuff when you're learning is just trial and error, and a lot of research, which is annoying, but oh well. Okay, try and join, hopefully no errors. Oh boy. Computer's really having a hard time joining. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. Nope. Yep, timed out. Okay. So that didn't work, and all it did was slow the server down. So that's not good. I really don't know what else I'm supposed to do here. Exactly. Maybe it's the wrong channel? Right? Because they always have, instead of connection, they have something called player connection or something? Yeah. So you get a field called player connection from player. Okay, so from the bucket player, right? Let's check that out. From here. Obviously all of this is just abstract stuff. Okay. Jesus. Is there anything with connection in here? No. Okay, let's check out this reflection method that they're using to get the player connection. And that is from something. Can't see, chat's in the way. Okay, there we go. Reflection. Right. Your player connection, here we go. That's not the player. Handle is get handle player, okay. Get method from the player called, because we're getting a method from the player class called get handle. Man, someone get that kid some water. Okay, well, this is just getting ridiculous. It has to be from craft player, right? So it has the get handle in it. Okay, get handle. This is a massive class, Jesus Christ. Get handle. Christ. Why is there 403 usages of it? Public. Void. Something handle, right? Get handle. Get that. There we go. So what it does is return a server player from the entity, which is just the player. Basically, server player. So after we get the handle, with the handle, they get the class, right? They get the field player connection. Player connection, which does not exist. Great. Again, once again, player connection is gone here. It's not in here anymore. So it's just connection. Which is annoying. What do you do if that's not a thing anymore? I mean, this doesn't look correct. There's code here, but obviously it could be the wrong thing. Do the connection, and then from the connection, right, from the, where is it? Right, from the connection, from the player connection, they get the network manager, which is a field. So network, and again, this doesn't have network manager in it. It's really weird. Right, connection, and then there should be another connection in there somewhere here. Right, player, trunk sender. These are all private. Public. Where does this other connection come from? Oh no. This connection is from server player, and this connection is from this, which is what we're in. Connection. Why is this the only place that it's from? Okay, that's why. Super. And connection must be in this. Yes, there we go. That's where it's from. It's added by paper. Wish they would comment more on what this is, right? Okay. One more try. I'm gonna look in paper Discord, search for if anyone else has tried to get this. Hmm. Man, these people in the paper Discord are not helpful at all. He's literally asking exactly what I'm trying to figure out. He said, can't find the network manager, field that we're looking for here. And the only responses he's getting is, please use paperweight properly. Like, what does that make any sense? That doesn't make, like, how does that help anything? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't help answer the question. Yeah. It just... Alright, so those are spigot names, yep. So network manager is a spigot internal name. So that means it was renamed for the paperweight user dev mappings. But what was it renamed to? That's what we're trying to figure out. And recap, I don't want to download a program just to look at the mappings, right? So I'm just gonna go out on a limb and assume that I'm not wrong with this line of code here, connection. Because again, it's gethandle.playerconnection.networkmanager.channel.pipeline is what they're using. Okay. But what does that mean for me? How the heck do we get this actually working? That's my question. Let's search in the paper Discord some more, right? Alright, I'll just ask what I'm looking for. I'm trying to do a channel duplex handler, and I'm trying to get the pipeline. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to make my own packet listener. Right. I'm using a channel duplex handler, and I have an issue when let's see, trying to get the pipeline to add what am I adding? To add two. Currently have craft players, player, get handle, connection, channel, pipeline. And this obviously differs from what I've seen on other, as they used something like layer connection, network manager. So my first question is what I currently have the correct way to get the channel pipeline before, is it the correct channel pipeline, right? And my second question is, what should I put in the add before method? If so, what method? I've tried one add before, second handler, begin name, handler. This currently just basically times out the server. So tried the name, also tried new handler, loading base name, and that was and no such element exception. So tried handler instant with the player's username as the name. Alright, I'll just send that, see what people say. Hopefully it doesn't take too long for someone to respond, because we've already been trying to look into this for a while. Basically just to figure out, make a packet listener to listen to incoming and outgoing packets. I assume channel read is to read packets that are coming into from the player to the server, and I assume this is from the server to the player, right? From server to player, right? From player to server. Assume that's what those two methods do. It's just an inbound. So normally inbound is inbound to the server, right? Okay. Now hopefully this does work. Or hopefully people answer. Because man, coding in the dark without any proper resources to actually help you is really annoying. I really wish people did more tutorials on all this stuff. Like, it's really important stuff to know. You could do a lot with packets and with NMS, but unfortunately people are just like, nope, I'm not gonna deal with it, and I'm not gonna teach other people how to do with it. So, you know, you're on your own, kind of. Okay. I could look into this off stream, but I don't really know what else I want to do right now. Suppose we can work on our menus. Common menus. Okay, so what we have is our menu item, and this menu item allows us to create an item from the config with as well as get the slots that the item will go into in the inventory from the config, right? And this class extends item builder, which allows us to make an item from the config, and it doesn't have slots because it's what menu item is for. This is for any generic item from the config, not just menu items. That's why I didn't put slots in here. Right, and we have a to-do here. We want to add PDC support, add base64 head support, and player-specific head support. So why don't we get those out of the way, I guess, you know? Need to build, we go to materials.parse. Just make sure nobody's responded here. Okay, so right now we have head database support, if you have that plugin. So let's say if material string starts with base64 dash, right? Final item stack, right? New item stack, material, player head. Okay, you know what? I don't know if you guys can hear, but there's been someone coughing in the background for like an hour, and oh my goodness, you know, like get them some water or something. Okay, all right, I'm just gonna go see what's up because this is just, it's really distracting. Yeah, I'll be right back. It'll take like 2 seconds. Okay, we're back. And still no response. It's possible we won't get one for a while. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and say, I think there's player profile. Okay, there's game profile and player profile. There's new player profile, new game profile, maybe? So I'm pretty sure we want us to use player profile, not game profile. So let's look into that, shall we? I know they have tons of examples for this on their paper Discord, so just search up for that, right? Right. Yep. Final player profile, bucket.create player profile. Just do random UID, there we go. Player profile dot, and then we have get properties and textures and stuff. So yeah. So this is to use a texture, right? So they say set property, new profile property, textures, and we set it to the texture value. However, this is using the URL, right? We want to use the base64 value. I think this person is passing the base64 texture for it. So I think that should be fine. We'll try it out then. We'll say string texture is equal to material string substring, and we're actually gonna do 2 lowercase and 2 lowercase here, so that way it doesn't matter. Lower material. It doesn't matter if I type it in. If I type any. Sorry. They could type this or any. This we're basically saying starts with, but ignore the case. Right? 5, 6, 7, so 7. Right, there's the texture. So we take the substring starting after the 7th character, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So anything after this will be the base64 value, and then we're going to pass this in here, texture, right? And then final skull meta equals skull meta item stack get item meta, and then we're say meta set owning set player profile, and then item stack, so item meta return item stack. So there we go. That's what we have there. This should be base64. I'm hoping. And then, yeah, we'll have to test that out at some point. And then we want a player head. So if lower material starts with player dash, we get another item stack here, right? And then actually we need this as well. Username. See, let's count this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. And then go offline player target equals bucket get offline player username, right? And then we'll just say skull meta skull meta item stack get meta dot set owning player target return, sorry, set the meta and then return item stack. So hopefully that works. And we'll have to test it, and then if it doesn't work, then that's fine, we'll just revise it. So that is there's 2 to-dos down. And then we need to add the PDC support for this class here, which I've done before. What I normally do is have our own stuff here, right? PDC, item PDC, and then we're gonna have a generic, right? It's gonna be generic, T for type, and it's gonna be abstract as well. And we say private final T and not null T key. Or actually, I think it's value. Private final not null string key. Or actually name space key. There we go. And then we say public item PDC final not null namespace key and final not null T value. This dot key is equal to key. This dot value is equal to value. Okay, and then we do public abstract void apply final not null persistent data container PDC. Okay, and then now we're gonna make annoyingly string PDC stands item PDC string. We're going to implement the methods here. Do that. PDC set key persistent data type dot string and value, which we need to make protected. There we go. So it should apply it to the persistent data container that we're passing in. And, you know, I'm wondering if we can simply, instead of doing this, maybe finding a way to, this is persistent data type, right? So what does string return? Returns persistent data type string, and then byte, and then int, and long, or byte boolean, double, right? So what if we do this, right? T and E are 2 generics. The question here is like, how would we maybe we just pass in persistent data type, right? Persistent data type. Problem is, this is like, you know, raw usage, whatever. Persistent data type, right? It's an interface, and it has all of these as that. But okay, so these are all like primitive, Boolean, persistent data type. What are these, right? So primitive implements that. Doesn't really help. It's hard to understand like how to make it generic. How to make it generic. You know, how to keep it generic is what I'm trying to say. So what if instead we just say PDC set key what do we just say this persistent data type is this equals this, okay, value, okay. So why don't we look at, hold on, yeah, why don't we look at persistent data types here, and almost all of them are the type that you would pass in, right? The first one, byte, short, integer, long, float, double, except this one. This one's, the Boolean is the second one. String, string, byte, byte, int, long, long. So I'm thinking if you put E here, or sorry, T there, and then T there. Problem is, this is not the same. Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't really work that well. So what if we... Okay, I have an idea, right? We could do like a switch, right? Or a map. What if we did private static final map? And we say t.class, or we just say class, right? And then the value will be, this is, no? Like that, maybe? Persistent data types. And then we say put string.class and then persistent data type dot string. Okay, so this doesn't, I know what. There we go. Okay, so this looks like it'll work, but what happens if we do that down here, right? Persistent get t class. Right, can't pass in. You know what, we could maybe just try value get class and then value. Okay, so yeah, this doesn't work because capture of question mark, we need C and T. Really, it's like, how do we, what is this? Is persistent data type string. So we can't really, you know? I honestly, I'm like, how the heck did they do this in a way that we can't, like, you know? Why can't they do it so we can, like, get this one from a specific class, which is what I'm trying to do. It's annoying because we can't just pass in any persistent data type dot whatever and have it work consistently like they do somehow. So why don't we look at how they do it in the set method. All right, so set P and C, right? So what is P and C? It's just a generic for this method. Okay. Well, I guess let's try that, right? Let's try. Sorry. Like that, except just P maybe. Man, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. It's just not, right? Right, so what they do is they pass in the key and then the persistent data type dot whatever, which is, right? Okay, I really want this to work, but I don't think that it will. Like, what's the implementation of this? How do they determine what this is after they implement this? All right. Okay. Oh well. I think we're just gonna have to do it this way, making all of them. It's fine. I've done it before. So we have string, boolean, PDC. No, I don't think so. Boolean value. Final. There we go. And then we have integer PDC. Okay. So that's good. And it's always, I hate when you copy over a class or you implement methods or whatever, you always gotta add final or not null back. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's done. Integer array. Okay. And after that, we also have byte array, double float, long array, short. Right. Double. long. Okay. And we can make these final as well. I'm gonna do that. So we don't need to extend these classes here. And then we had, after long, we have a long array. Okay. And we also have short, I know that. Float, byte, byte array. Short. And float. Okay. And after short, what was it? We have short, long, integer, string, boolean. Okay, byte and byte array. Yeah. Byte. Okay. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? Did I count that right? Yeah. So there's 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah. And we could try to do list. I don't know how list works really. List PDC. So what is persistent data type dot list? See, it's not even a persistent data type right here. It's just list persistent data type provider. Cannot be used as a persistent data type. Does not permit list as primitive type. Yeah, I don't even want to begin to look into that right now. So we're good. We don't need to work with that. So there's all our PDC, different values, right? We can go into our item builder. And the only reason I did that to make all the other ones. So we can go here. List item PDC question mark PDC, and let's go ahead and make lore nullable because it can be null. Same with display name and material. Can that be null? No. This is not null. So there we go. And now that we have a list of PDCs, we can go here, say item, PDC, sorry, if PDC not equal null, PDC for each. Data, make sure meta get set, or no, you want to say data dot apply meta get persistent data container, and let's put this in a variable. Let's see, no. So that way we're not getting it from the meta every time. So there we go. Now we're applying every PDC value in this list. Just like that. Really easy. Okay. So we're done with our PDC implementation, except for how we populate it. And how we do that, we're going to make basically the same way we add lore and slots and stuff. Display name, model data, material, constructors. Just go down. Public not null item builder, right? Add PDC. Final item PDC. Data, sure. If PDC is null, PDC is new array list, and then PDC dot add data. Turn this. Just adding one, but let's add. Let's allow us to add any amount of them. List of data. See that, and then return this here. Okay. No, we didn't do that for the lore, so let's not do it for here. There we go. We have add. We want a set method. Set PDC final not null list item PDC question mark. And let's make it nullable so that we can remove it if we wanted to. Otherwise, PDC equals new array list data. Turn this public not null item builder set PDC final not null item PDC question mark dot data, and then we'll say return set PDC list dot of data. There we go. And then we're going to do the same thing for here, except we're going to turn this into a list like that. And so we can just say add all data. And of course, add PDC final not null list item PDC question mark. Sorry, not list. This one's just the dot return add list dot of data. There we go. And there we go. Now we have a way to add all of our PDC values here. And this will probably just be from the code if we need it, not from the config. That's done. Okay, menu item should have this as well, since it extends item builder. Has anybody replied yet? Nope, not really. Of course, nobody's replied. Why would they? Okay. So we don't know about this yet, but hopefully by the next stream someone will have replied and I can get that fixed. Okay, so we have our menu, we have our items that are being added to the menu. We need a menu listener. And we need right, what else do we need? We need, let's just go ahead and add the listener, right? We'll add it down in our main module. Mr. Menu Listener. You know, public void on inventory click inventory click event type. I'm gonna say player. So if event get who clicked since a player, just gonna return if they're not a player, and then final inventory top inventory player inventory get open inventory, get top inventory, if top inventory dot get holder instance of Astra menu. I'm going to say if it's not, then return. So if they're not in a custom inventory of ours, then we're going to return. And this is why Astra menu implements inventory holder. Because any menu we create will be like a normal inventory. Every inventory is an inventory holder, except our menus that we create through this class will be technically an instance of Astra menu as well, but all other inventories won't be an instance of Astra menu, just an instance of inventory holder. Right. So now we're checking if they're in our custom inventories, and this is infinitely better than checking for the top inventory's title, right? Don't check for the top inventory's title ever, because that can lead to someone simply renaming a chest to the inventory name and then being able to interact with it like that. That's how Vulkan, the anti-cheat, had a security vulnerability where people were able to get opt and ban people and change punishments to opt themselves, you know? So you don't want to do that. You don't ever want to check if they're in your custom inventory by checking the top inventory's title. Instead, you want to check the holder and check if it's your custom inventory holder here. It's much better, because they can't make a chest and somehow give it your custom inventory holder. Okay. So now we'll check if they're clicking on a slot from our top inventory. So final int slot event get raw slot if and then we want the final int size of the top inventory. If slot greater than 0 and if slot less than 0 or slot greater than size, and I think we have to do size -1, then return, because that means this right here means that they're not clicking in our inventory. They're either clicking in a slot below 0, which shouldn't be possible, or they're clicking in a slot that's outside of our inventory, because the top inventory always starts at 0, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc., 9, blah blah blah, and then your personal inventory starts after whatever size the top inventory is. So if they're clicking in our inventory, set cancel true, right? And that should be it. That should actually be everything for our to prevent people from clicking on anything in our inventory. And then of course we want to do basically the same thing for inventory drag, right? So when they drag an item, right, we're going to do event get slots, right? Get raw slots. And this should return a set, yep. Final set integer slots. And again, we're gonna get the top inventory of the player. And it's gonna be event dot get who clicked again. So we can just copy this as well. There we go. So first off, if the top inventory isn't ours, then don't worry about it. And then again, we're going to check the size of our inventory. Except this time we're going to loop through our slots here for final int slots, right? If slot is less than size, then event set cancel true, and then return. So let's stop looping, and that should do it, I believe. And the reason we're checking the slots up here instead of just canceling it is because we want them to, or at least I would like them to still be able to move items around in their inventory when they have one of our inventories open. It's just more convenient. However, I do think we need to change some things because get raw slot might not always return a slot from the top, like with our Omni tool when we watch that. So we're gonna have to try that out, but first we want to make a we don't want to implement menus now. Right, we have our listener. We need to make a way to test with menus. Let's go ahead and not register that for now. Do that. So we're not going to listen to this because if we do, then it'll call inject player and it'll time out because we haven't got that fixed yet. So yeah. There we go. Look to do that. We should just go from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Cool. And I believe if we uncomment that, okay, whatever, it's fine. So it's a 2D right there. Make a to do check paper Discord for answer to the question, right? Okay, so now we're going to make ourselves a menu listener, and we're going to register any menus in a menus folder. Let's go ahead and make one, right? Menu slash example.yml. There we go. We'll say example menu, and let's say prefix any menu file with _ to disable. Okay, so first off, title, example menu, size, we'll do 54. And then we'll say contents. And we'll have a filler, material, gray stained glass pane, slots 0 through 53. And we will do display name. I think that should work. I'm not too sure. Okay. So you have a filler, and we'll just leave it at that for right now. Or actually, we will add another example item to stone display name rainbow example item. And we'll do bold / bold and bold again. We'll do some more. Example more line 2. There you go. And we'll do that, right? And then slots, we want to put it in, let's see. Try to remember all the slot positions, right? So instead of 6 rows, let's do 45 or 5 rows. And then, so 0, 9, 18. So the third row, starting at 18, is the middle, right? And then 19, 20, 21. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26. Right, so if I was to do that, I think it's slot 22, I think, is the center. Okay, great. And since this item is below the filler, it should override the specific slot that's being put in as it goes from this one to this one when it's looping. Okay, so there's our example menu, and then we're gonna go to our common here, menus, and we'll say menu manager. Final private menu manager. We'll make it a singleton. Private static menu manager instance public static menu manager get instance. And of course we can make this not null actually. If instance is null, new menu manager return instance. Right, there we go. So we're gonna have private final not null map string Astra menu. Right, menus. Okay, and then we should have a, okay, yeah, so we have the config here that we're passing in. We're going to make the config a field number. There's a config, and then we're going to put, so config, yep. We'll just make this not null. Let's make this not null. There we go. And then we're going to have a reload method for our inventories here. Go down here, right? Public void on reload. We're going to say config dot save config.reload, and then we're going to go ahead and first off, let's go ahead and move all of this into the onReload method down here. Right. So we're going to make size and title and items. Actually, items can stay as final, because you're just going to do that, and then onReload. And size, make that not final, make this not final. But we'll just remove that. Okay, there we go. Now we can call it on reload whenever we want. And also I'm gonna make a public static method. Static void close all, right? I'm gonna show you how easy it is to check if somebody's in your inventory. First off, bucket.get online players, right? For each P for player. And that should say, let's write it out, right? So player get open inventory, get top inventory. So there's our top inventory. We can actually just ignore that, right? If inventory instance of Astra menu, and we actually have to do get holder, there we go, and return, otherwise player close inventory. Here you go. So that's how easy it is to check if someone is in your custom menu. You don't need to put them in a list or anything. You just get their open inventory, you get the top inventory, and then you get the holder, and then you check if it's an instance of your Astra menu or your class that implements inventory holder. And that's all it is. And this, I'm probably going to call on reload. So if a menu is reloading, it'll close anyone who has a menu open. So they'll have to reopen it and it'll be reloaded. Sorry. New map, right? Public void on reload. Astra menu close all. Okay. So we close them, and we're gonna say menus.clear. We might not need the reload method in here since we're clearing the map. We're gonna basically be reconstructing, and so that's a little silly of me. Should have realized that beforehand. That's fine. We'll move this back to where it was. There we go. Now we can do final. Title. There we go. Okay, so that's fine. We don't need this thing. Okay, great. So we don't actually need that because what we're going to do is just clear this map on reload and then reconstruct the menus from the config files. Right. File folder. Right. So now we're going to get the folder that has all our menus. New file, Astra, get plugin, get data folder, menus. So if it doesn't exist, we're going to say new YAML config menu/example.yml. So that'll create a new menu, which actually we can say menus.put example new Astra menu, and then we can call new on it there, which will still create it. And then we can say return, because if it doesn't exist, then there's no point looping through it. And this will also create the folder, since we are, doing everything we need to do. The YAML config menus example YAML will create menus if it doesn't exist. There we go. And now we can say final file files folder dot list files. If files equals null, then you can just return. Okay. Or final file files, right? And now we're going to loop through each file in the folder. We're going to say final string file name equals file get name, right? So now, if file name starts with an underscore or file name dot ends with, right? If it does not end with .yml, we are going to continue. We're going to ignore it, right? If it starts with an underscore or does not end with .yml, because it has to be a .yml file. That's what we're loading it from. And we said in the example menu, if you put an underscore in front of the file name, it will load it. So it's a way to like disable your menus temporarily if you wanted to without deleting the file. Okay, and then what we want to do is, new Astra menu, new YAML config, menus / plus file name. There we go. So menus.put file name, and actually we want to, file name dot substring 0 to file name dot length -4, and then put the pass in the new menu here. There we go. Menu name. We'll put this in there, right? There we go. And then obviously put the menu name here. So this will return the file name without .yml. So that the menu ID does not contain .yml. We don't need that. So we have all of our menus being loaded in dynamically right there. And I think we're basically done with that. All we need to do is create a way to get a menu. Not null. Nullable. Astra menu. Get menu. Not null. String ID. Right. Return menus. Get or default ID null. Right, there you go. Ready to get a menu. Public boolean exists. Final not null. String ID. Return menus contains key ID. Okay, and then we want to say no list string get menu IDs. New array list menus dot key set. There we go. And then we'll use this to create a command to open any menu from its file or from its ID, just for testing, temporary command. And then we want actually we don't need a method to get every menu from the map. We already have the get from ID. We don't need to get every menu, right? We don't need to return a list of menus, is what I mean. And okay, we're done. Let's go to our main class. Let's load in our menus before our modules here. So let's say menu manager dot get instance settle. That'll load it in. Actually, no, we need to do on reloading the constructor there. Okay. Now we can go down here. In our on reload, we're going to say we're gonna menu manager get instance on reload. There we go. This shouldn't be null because we called get instance up here. Right, there you go. And what we need to do now is create a command to open any menu from any file that we have as a test command. We could add it in here, right? Astra and then menu and the file name. Open is any menu from its ID. We'll do the same thing here. Open any menu from its ID. Menu, okay, and we're done. Now we just need to make that command. So let's go ahead and copy. Yeah, we can copy reload. Copy reload, and we say menu, and then literal menu, and then we don't need this. We don't need, okay, so this we need to say error, right? Select a menu to open. And then same thing here, red. Select a menu to open. Okay, and then we need another one of you here, except it's going to be a required argument builder with that and then string. And then this is going to be argument. We can't add menu again, right? Let me say menu name. Or just name, right? Or we can say ID, that's fine. And then it'll be string argument type dot word. Right. Menu ID. Then we go here. Say dot then menu ID. Okay, and now if we are in the console, well, first off, let's go ahead and run string menu ID equals string argument type dot get string context ID, and we need to also we need to change up this a bit. Final boolean is player null equals null. Okay, so now we can go down here and erase this stuff. Right, we can say player dot sorry, not player dot menu manager get instance, so final menu manager final Astra menu equals menu manager get menu ID, right? And so if menu is null, okay, sorry about that. If is player send message that menu does not exist. And of course, you're able to serialize that. Sorry about the dog barking. Menu color dot chat serialize, pass that in. And let's just say valid menu white and then menu ID. Now let's actually say let's actually lowercase all our menu IDs, so that way we don't have to that way it's not case specific. I'm pretty sure you can't have two file names with just different cases, right? So we can make it all lowercase. Go down. Go down here. Menu name, right? To lowercase. There you go. So file name doesn't matter. The menu ID is always going to be lowercase. Or the menu ID, which I should. Menu ID. There you go. Okay, and then menu ID, right? Get menu ID to lowercase. There we go. That way, no matter what string you pass in, it'll always default to or revert to lowercase. And again here to lowercase. Okay. Got a ping from the Moss Discord for player votes X update. Wow. Thanks. I don't use the plugin anymore because I don't own a server. Okay. Great. That's all we need to do there. If it's null, then we tell them it's null. Turn 0. And then we say astralog.log. Astralog level.error. Invalid menu, and then menu ID, and then return 0. Otherwise, we will now say if is player astralog.log astralog level.error. Select a player to open the menu for. Return 0 because you can't open a menu for the console. And then we'll say player.open inventory menu.get inventory player. There we go. Now that'll open their menu for them. And now I want to basically copy all this, paste it below, and then say menu ID player. Let me say player. Now I can suggest get online session online players. Again, navigator command. Right, there we go. So we have all this still, and then we say, except we say final player target. Sorry, string target name, string argument type, get string context player. And we say final player target, get player target name, right? If target is null, if you know what we could do. So I'm planning on making this silent, right? So we're gonna go ahead and just change this up again, right? Private void open menu for player, final not null, command sender final not null string target name, final boolean silent. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna paste this in here. We already have sender. Okay, and then just remove the 0 there. So if target's null, should we need the menu ID as well? Actually, you know what? We'll just pass in the context. Right, it's fine. Command sender, resource, get sender, there we go. Okay, if target's null, then we'll say if is player. Sorry, let's see if is player send message menu color dot chat dot serialize red invalid player white target name turn Astra log dot log Astra log level dot error invalid player target name return real and we're good. Now we just need to open the inventory for the target. So target.open inventory, Astra menu dot get inventory target. So now we could say if is player send message menu color dot chat dot serialize green. You opened the right menu ID menu for this target get name green exclamation point. There we go. And then return, not return. So if it's silent, then return here. Otherwise, target send message menu color dot chat dot serialize. You know what? We're just not gonna send the target a message because it's obvious that the inventory is open for him. We're gonna do Astra if silent and not player, then return. So if is player return, right? And now we can just ignore this. If not silent. Astra log level dot success. Open the menu ID menu for target name. Right, menu ID. We'll just make the menu ID here lowercase, so that way it looks better in messages. Even though I know it made lowercase in the get menu method and whatnot. Okay, so that's fine. We're good here. It simply needs to open menu word player context and false because this one's not silent. And then we need to say this and then copy silent and then say true. And instead of that we'll say dash s. And here we'll say dot then menu ID player silent. Right. This is menu ID player and this up here is menu ID. So we just say dot then menu ID player like that. Dot then menu ID. Right, so we have menu, which we need to call menu somewhere, and that somewhere is right here. So instead of calling dot then on reload, we're going to go back into it and then dot reload, or dot then menu, just like that. And now we have another sub command for our admin command, and we're done. Now we can test it out. All right. Okay, so, right, so because our current config doesn't have the menu folder, it should make it for me. So let's just pass the plugin into our plugins folder. Yep. Run that. Almost streaming for 3 hours. I think we'll call it a stream after this testing. Great. All right. Log into the server. Taking a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's switch scenes over, right? Okay. Astra menu. Now we didn't add a suggestion list for that, right? So example, all right, here's our menu, but our items aren't in it, right? So let's go ahead and see what's up with that. Maybe it didn't register our menus folder. Yeah, it didn't make our menus folder. So that means something in here is incorrect. Menu manager. Get instance, new menu manager here. On reload. New file, get plugin, data folder, child menus, right? This had to have been called. Right? Let's go ahead and do some debugging here. Folder does not exist. Menus folder does not exist. Well, actually, confused how it doesn't exist. Because it did open the menu, so the menu does exist. Right? So it must have just not, it had to have put it in the map here. Right? But it didn't make the new file. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some debugging. Unless, maybe if I say... Okay, yeah. So it did register it. And it didn't make the file, otherwise it would be called... otherwise it'd be called example menu, not Astra menu. So yeah, it didn't make the file here, so that's what our problem is. And I don't know why it didn't make the file. Every time you call new on YAML config, it should make the file at the file path that you passed in. If it ends with .yml already, then just set it to that. File path should have been menus / example.yml. The save method is called in the constructor. And I know that it creates it because it creates the config.yml and both the OmniTool files. That's not what I wanted to click on. Modules, OmniTool. Creates all of these, including the folders, right? And the main config.yml down here. But it didn't create the menus folder and the file for it, which is interesting. Right, so what if we try this instead, where we just pass it in, which doesn't really make any sense, right? Right, didn't exist. Created menu / example.yml. registered example menu to the map. Okay, let's do debugging here. Stop the server. There we go. Paste it in there. There we go. Okay, running. Let's see what it says in the console here. Menus folder does not exist. Creative menu / example.yml. Registered example menu to the map. Yep. But it did not create it. Which is weird, because it's supposed to, right? I don't know why it's not, and that's really frustrating. Because I swear, if I was to put, if I was to delete my modules folder with the OmniTool folder in it and the two levels.yml and OmniTool.yml files, then it would recreate them when the server starts. Absolutely. And it has done that before as well. Like on here, alright, delete the folder, run the server with the same jar. And it's back, right? I didn't do anything different in here. Right, OmniTool, src main Java modules here. Right, here's our two files, OmniTool.yml and levels.yml. All we do is set it equal to new YAML config with the file path, modules, OmniTool.yml, and it creates it automatically. There's no save or reload call in this class because it does so right here in the constructor, and that should create it. So I'm wondering why it's not doing that for our menus. Let me open this jar file in 7-zip. I see what the problem is right off the bat. Yep. This is spelling typo. Menus, not menu. That's what the problem was. Okay. Gosh, annoying. By the way, when you create a new YAML config, it has to be of a file either in your resources somewhere or already in the server's plugin folder, right? If you call new on this and it isn't in your plugins folder anywhere at that path, it's not going to create it unless it's in your resources here. So that's why I can say put new example YML if the folder doesn't exist, because it's in my resources right here. And right here I could say new YAML config because we're looping through files in the folder assuming it exists. Yeah, so there we go. That's why that works, and that's how that works. And again, YAML config is our own class. We made that. It was not like unique, like I didn't come up with it, but we made it for our thing here. And that's right, I can replace this with our logger class or log class. Same thing with our JSON configuration stuff. There's some stuff in here. Yep, there you go. Astra log.log e. There you go. Anything in here? There's configuration. No. I did pretty much come up with the JSON config and JSON configuration classes. It's just that YAML config is really easy, so a lot of people do it like this. So yeah. And if you guys are wondering about config updaters, like auto updaters, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I used to, but it was just, first of all, the 2 classes that it required were complicated, and I don't really get the logic behind it. I mean, you had to like scan every line in the config, check manually if it's a sub key and whatnot, you know, and I don't think it's worth it in my opinion. Yeah. And also, if you update a file where you are supposed to have players put their own like keys in, then it'll erase those keys, which is not a good thing. You don't want to do that. But yeah, we built that. Let's test it out. This definitely should work. There we go. It created it now. Simple typo. Oh boy. Okay. There we go. Now let's try it, right? Menu. Okay. Relax, computer. Relax. You're fine. Oh, menus. That's not correct. Okay, example menu, and we didn't get our items. Okay, now we gotta look at that. What's wrong with that? They are in the config. That's good. It's not a problem with our config. It's a problem with our code. And let's check our Astra command. Why is it saying menus now instead of just menu? Menu. Yeah, I don't know why that got changed. I have no idea why that got changed. It must have got changed when I refactored this for some reason, which is weird. Because that has nothing to do with that one string in my code. But okay, so here's our menu manager. Let's check new Astra menu, right? So we're getting our configuration section here. Contents, yep. If it's null return, which it shouldn't be. And we're looping through each key. So new menu item config key and then adding a dot. Because we're adding a dot here anyways. And we're saying, okay, let's do some debugging here. Key plus slots. And the super method. Again, we're adding a dot if it doesn't end with one. Material. Okay, let's go ahead and print out an item builder. The key. Key. Okay, here we go. And let's print it out here again. After no. Right. Let's just put it down here. I don't want to log it twice. Okay, that should do that, and then menu item. Alright, menu item key, and then item builder key. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, doing some login here. Alright, so we have the items in there. And then our get inventory, we are looping through them and we're building them for the player. And then we're getting slots for each slot inventory set item. And inventory is this. So yeah. Also, yeah, sorry, I didn't switch back. All I did was go to our menu item and log for the key that we're passing in, and same thing in our item builder here. Just some debugging, that's all it is. Okay. Take our jar, put it in there, run the server. Okay. Key is filler dot. Okay, so we're missing the contents dot key. That's the problem. I know why we're doing that. Alright. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. I already know the problem. Problem is we are not passing the key correctly in here. It needs to be contents dot plus key dot. There we go. That is our problem. And this is why we test constantly. The only reason I haven't tested as much in the first couple streams is because there wasn't much to test. You know, we were just doing all the basic back end code. And now we're actually testing things in game that need to work correctly, obviously. So yeah. Here we go, log back in to the server. Switch back to Minecraft. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's try it again. Okay, an error, great. Love that. Oh my goodness. It's not that complicated. Index 45 out of bounds. Okay, cool. Alright. That's just a problem with our config then. Yep. That's because our config, we set the filler to go all the way to 53. And that obviously isn't gonna, that's gonna be out of bounds. So we can fix that both in our config. 44 should be one less than the size, pretty sure. And we can also fix that by in here. We say if slot greater than size return. It should be greater than size minus 1. It shouldn't break if we go over the size, right? And we say or slot less than 0. So even if you configure it to be less than or equal to, you know, or not, you know, even if you configure it to be out of bounds, it shouldn't be. And you know what? We don't even need to put that here. Let's not put that here. We're much easier, better place to put it. In our menu item here, slot utils. Because it's supposed to be slot utils, right? From config, so yeah, we're not checking if it's in a bound anywhere. So our menu item, right, from config, we can get the size of the inventory. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna. We might actually have to put it down here. In here, which is fine. It's fine. We can do that. It's not gonna. It's fine. Okay. Again. was stop server, of course. Okay, alright. Yep. Place a new jar in and run. So yeah. Alright, here we go. Again, it's not complicated, it's just some simple things that I missed. Especially that config error. Could have fixed it by just reloading a game, but I didn't want to test that yet. So there we go. Example menu, items working and everything. Right, this has no name because we set it to reset. And this has rainbow and bolded the item. Example line 1, 2, right? Can't click on anything in here, but can click on anything down here. Can't click that, can't click that. However, we can, some things might break because we're in creative mode right now. That's fine. Right, like I got the item. That's not gonna happen in survival mode. Alright, we open it. Alright. Got it, but oh, disappeared. Yep, because we're in survival mode. That only happens in creative mode, trust me. Okay. So can't click on anything in there. Can't do that. Can't switch with my off key. Yep. So can't shift click or anything. Can't put it in my offhand. Can't number click it in my inventory or my hotbar. So by those accounts, I think it's done, the listener for the menu. And let's try a reload, right? Let's fix the name of the item. Right, because we want the whole item name to be rainbow, not just the first part of it. So we open it, and there we go. Now it reloads properly. As you see, now it says item in rainbow as well. There's a formatting issue there. That's why it wasn't rainbow. If we go back here to the code, I can show you exactly what was wrong. Not there. Close that. Open you. Right here. Bold rainbow, and then it unbolds. And apparently that resets a rainbow. So what I'm going to do instead is just say reset, and then the rainbow. There we go. And that's what I changed to fix it in my personal config on my server. Okay. So that's our items working. And next time, sorry, I just minimized that, made it black. Next time, we will work on allowing you to do different things when you click on an item in an inventory. In other words, you know, click actions and whatnot. So yeah, we'll work on that next time, and I think it's gonna do it for the stream anyways. First, let me check paper. They reply? Probably not. Nope. Oh wait. Yes, I know the difference in names is the mappings, but I was asking if that was correct. If that was the correct method in paper weight. And if so, what should I put in the base name or name view parameters or the add before method? Because everything I've tried hasn't worked. Okay, great. Hopefully someone will reply by next time. Which will probably be tomorrow or a couple days from now, who knows. But I have been having a lot of fun streaming, and thank you for everyone who tuned in and who watches afterwards. Make sure to subscribe if you're watching afterwards. And if you're watching now, you can't chat without subscribing, so hopefully, you know. Anyways, we'll see you next time, basically, and we'll work on our, we'll work on adding click functionality to items in our menu. So, yeah, okay. See you next time.